Coming to you from somewhere in the arcade time machine, today we're going to be building a custom arcade controller. Stick around. For this project, you're going to need the following items: an enclosure case, a joystick kit, arcade buttons and a controller, a beer, some wires, needle nose pliers, more beer, and some bolts and nuts. When you receive your enclosure kit, it's going to come with some film over top of it. For this project, I'm going to leave this on until the very end, and then I'm going to peel this off. That way there's no damage done to the acrylic. So first things first, this is a USB controller board that you're going to plug everything into. Once you're done, this is going to route off into the Raspberry Pi or whatever other device you might be using. This is the USB cable that came with the unit. This end of the USB cable is going to plug into the controller board here, and there's only one place that this can fit into, so it's no-brainer. Okay, just a little disclaimer here. When I received my kit, the instructions were completely abysmal. They were utterly useless. Through the course of looking at everything here, I discovered that these blue wires are all going to go to the joystick, and these red and black wires are going to be used for your buttons. Okay, so your joystick unit looks like this. This is the bottom of the unit, and this is where all of the wiring is going to go on these rods here. The ball of the joystick, of course, is going to screw in the top here, but we're going to save that until we get everything ready. Okay, another disclaimer here, because the instructions were useless. I just kind of I got lucky the first time on this. One of these wires is blue, one of these wires is white. So what we're going to do, there's prongs here that are sticking straight out, and then there's prongs here that are curved. So there's a pair here. So what we're going to do is the blue wires are going to go on the straights, and the white wires are going to go on the curved. Just make sure that all your wires match that pattern. Okay, so the joystick unit, all the wires are plugged in. So for now, we're going to just set this aside. Alright, so here are our buttons, and on the bottom here, we have a similar type of deal. We have two prongs here. We have a red and a black wire. We're just going to make sure that we're using the same red and black match for both. So in this case, I'm going to do black on the left, red on the right. Okay, so we have everything wired up. It's time to go ahead and assemble. Okay, so this is the top of the joystick, the base, and the controller unit is going to go ahead and go through this hole. Now, there are holes here that we need to line up so that we can put screws and nuts in. Okay, so now that's on there nice and secure. We can go ahead and stick the top ball on here. One of the nice things about this unit too is you'll notice that these are flush. These screws don't stick up at all, so you're not going to hit your knuckles against them or anything like that. And the joystick has a nice play to it. Okay, so the buttons here, if you'll notice there's these side pieces here, and these are collapsible. So one of the nice things about this is you don't need to put any collars on these at all. So it's just a matter of putting these through and pushing them down. Alright, so there you have that part of it. We're almost set to go here. Now all we have to do is plug this into the controller. Okay, so on your controller board, there's a row of buttons here, or I'm sorry, there's a row of inputs here. These are going to be for your regular blue buttons. There's a chain of 4 up here. These are going to be used for the controller. Alright, so all the wiring's done. All we need to do is now is put this down in the enclosure, and we'll go ahead and put the screws and bolts in, and we should be done. Okay, so there you have it. All we have to do now is pull off our plastic, and we should be ready to plug this bad boy in. The moment of truth. Configure input. Say yes. Alright, so we're going to need to hold the A button down. And it recognized our joystick, so we're going to do D-pad up, D-pad down, D-pad left, D-pad right, start, select, A, B, X, Y, left, right, and then we're going to skip these. When you get to the end, it's going to ask you for a hotkey enable, and this is just going to be your select button. And then you go down to OK. And we're ready to go. We'll restart the emulation station. And we're going to play some Street Fighter. Alright, so that's going to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. As you can see, this thing, it performed like a champ. It plays like the old arcade style joysticks, and I had a lot of fun doing it. I've included links in the bottom of the description so that you can purchase these parts if you wish to do this yourself. Please click on our subscribe for our channel. Please click like, make a comment, or go to our website at www.thearcadetimemachine.com. Thank you.